So I want to make a case for why I believe human beings are frugivorous. Right, bananas? Now, every single species out there in the world, without question, is attracted to and can consume its species-specific food in its raw, natural form. I don't care whether that's a herbivore, a carnivore, an omnivore, frugivore. I don't care what species you find out there. You won't find a single species out there that can't consume their species-specific food in its raw, natural form, except for humans. Now, we are the only species out there that has to cook their food in order to be able to eat it. And people would argue and say that's some form of like intellectual advancement. But that's not my case. I'm saying that if you have to cook a food, originally that food was not your species specific food. Because nature does not get it wrong for every species out there. Human beings are not the only exception. And if you look at our species and you look at our biology, tricolor vision, hands good for picking fruit, sweet tasting taste buds, long digestive system, we're actually attracted to this in its raw natural form. We don't get cravings for raw rice. You know, we don't. If you're hungry and someone put raw rice in front of you, it would do nothing for you. We don't get cravings for raw flesh, raw meat, flesh. That's why if you're hungry, you don't go past your dog and want to sink your teeth into your dog. It doesn't even cross your mind, you know? And all those other foods that I mentioned, would you be willing to eat them raw? No, you wouldn't. Now, fruit and tender leaves are the only thing that fit the category of being attractive, edible, raw, good for easy for us to digest. We actually love the way fruit looks. If you look at raw meat, you don't like the way it looks. If you look at animal slaughter footages, you don't like the way it looks. Raw grains, raw potatoes ain't doing it for you. It ain't doing it for you. Get out of here. Oh, but it ain't doing it for you. I'm not saying you shouldn't eat those foods, but I'm making a case for why human beings are frugivorous. It's the only food that fits our species-specific food because it can provide us with an abundance of calories, nutrition, fiber. We love the look of it. It tastes good, and it just fits our physiology and anatomy. So that is why I believe human beings are frugivores. What are your thoughts?